Hey there, people! Today is Friday, October 3rd. It is 7:31 p.m. and the temperature is a pretty nice 22 degrees Celsius. And I'm here in Chinatown, well, at the north end of Chinatown on Spadina Avenue. That was a 510 Spadina streetcar I was just on. There's the view to the south with the CN Tower looming over the city just on the right. And a not quite full moon up in the sky as well. But for this one, I'm going to be making my way up to College and heading over to Augusta Street. Then I'll be walking south through a bit of Kensington Market. Then I'll pop back into Chinatown. Then the plan is just to go south down Spadina to the Well at Spadina and Wellington. And a month ago, there would have been daylight if I made a video at this hour, but as you can see, the sun has mostly set. And there's the El Macombo, legendary live music venue that was reimagined several years ago, and apparently it is not doing all that well financially. I'll make a left here at College. There's an off-route Dundas streetcar. Streetcar that's off route all the way down here. That's kind of bizarre. That's a 505 Dundas. So those must be rerouting up and down Spadina between Dundas and here. And the St. Clair streetcar is certainly an odd sight. But if you've ever wondered what the Kensington Market neighborhood is like on a Friday evening around this hour, well, you're in luck. We're about to find out. And it's one of the city's most storied neighborhoods, and one of the most recommended to people to visit when they're from out of town. Features a number of old Victorian homes and a number of storefronts. It's changed character quite a bit over the years, but it still kind of maintains its eccentric bohemian feel. Although that has been under attack more and more as the years go by. And just on the left there is a TNT supermarket. That's an Asian supermarket that was purchased by Loblaws. There's been waves of Jewish, then Portuguese, as well as Latin American, Caribbean, and East Asian immigrants into the area. That's helped give Kensington Market a lot of the character that it has. And this stretch of college is a neat one. If I were to keep going west,
I guess if you keep walking,
I'd be going past a number of interesting bars and restaurants, and would be heading right into Little Italy. So I think what I'll do is I'll head south down Augusta over to Baldwin, and we'll pop over to Kensington Avenue, then maybe down to St. Andrew. And then it'll be south down Spadina all the way to Wellington. I want to get a look at that artwork. There's a hostel. I wonder what the prices are like. T.O. Dickens Restaurant. Open 24/7. This taco restaurant's pretty new. And this might be one of the last weekends where it would be smart to do some patio drinking. Supermarket over there. Pretty common. Very popular bar just here on the left, right next to a little dive bar. I've always enjoyed it there. Tomorrow the streets will be bustling with people. It's quite a different atmosphere on a weekend afternoon. There's a local institution, Wanda's Pie in the Sky. Remember when that was a burrito restaurant.
$5 off mushrooms today?
No, thank you.
$5 off mushrooms today?
There's a Kensington Market institution. There's been a few different iterations of that plant car. This is probably the best neighborhood to get Mexican in the city. There's a lot of good taco places here. There's a ton of little laneways full of art. It's a little dark. To do that kind of exploration, I'll save that for a future video. This neighborhood's known for a lot of vintage shops that have gotten quite pricey in recent years.
Just find something that's like on the way back.
This neighborhood's bound roughly by College Street to the north, Spadina to the east, which is to the left, Bathurst Street to the west, which is to the right of here, and Dundas Street to the south, which is straight ahead.
What are you doing?
And Bellevue Square Park is straight ahead, but I'll be making a left before we get there. That guy's really got to turn his lights on. And this used to be a popular food market. Now it's Augusta Coffee. There's usually buskers and musicians on the street by day. Inky dinky tattoo and piercing. There was a study done a while ago that showed the residents of this area
Come here, right now.
were far more likely to walk to work versus other residents who lived a comparable distance from where they worked. People are just more likely to enjoy walking through here. It's really a neighborhood that ought to be permanently pedestrianized instead of the last Sunday of the month throughout the summer and fall. There's a magic mushroom shop. Ordering fried chicken, Dirty Bird. There's not much in the way of chain shops here. You will see a few. There's a number of vintage shops. If I were to keep going south, that'll spit you out at Dundas.
Beat up day, man. Like I'm exhausted. I feel like I slept on a fake body.
There's some restaurants and outdoor patios that way, but we're gonna head over to Spadina. Some neat art on that wall. There's a lot of people standing around over there though. I didn't want them to think I was pointing the camera right at them. And one of my favorite coffee shops, back when I used to buy fresh beans and grind them, I would often pick them up from Moonbean. Kind of like their old facade and color scheme a little better. Right next to the Sunday Cyclery. And a parking garage, which is a bit of an eyesore. There's a lot of these old Victorian homes that have retail shops on the main level. Some of them are 2 floors as well. And Kachi, a lot of their locations have closed down. The one in Bloor West Village closed, the one in Koreatown closed. But this one lives on. It's an excellent little Korean restaurant. Saigon Lotus, Authentic Viet. This place, Phahung, is quite the institution. I recommend going there. If you're in the area and feeling like Vietnamese. And Kensington Market's another great spot to get produce, as is Chinatown. There's a building where the restaurant Rolsan was located before they got kicked out and moved across the street. It's a little weird seeing a building that tall go up along Spadina. And when you're standing just north of here, that building unfortunately blocks this somewhat iconic view of the CN Tower. You and Me Canada Gifts. Some really interesting homes just in there. Dumpling House. Oh, I think this McDonald's up here is new. I'll be walking past one of the more notorious McDonald's locations down at Spadina and Queen. But originally, most of the Chinese settlers here spoke Cantonese. In fact, that might be an incorrect statement because they were actually from Hong Kong and not China. Since the CCP takeover, I guess they're kind of one of the same now, but there's been more and more Mandarin. I think Mandarin has far surpassed Cantonese as the primary Chinese dialect used in the area.
Unlimited.
And Chinatown continues along Dundas for several blocks. Oh, they've closed that off. That's interesting. Wonder why that's closed. Looks like maybe a film shoot. Well, I was planning on doing a live stream after this. Maybe I'll head up and see what that closure is all about on the stream. Mom's pan-fried bun. You see these things everywhere in Asia, those little cats with the waving paws. And the neighborhood just in on the right is Alexandra Park. I explored through there in a recent video. There's the legendary Choo Choo Train Vietnamese restaurant. That used to be on the main floor. Hong Kong Island Dim Sum. The Chinatown Center on the right. One of two small Chinese-style malls in the area. The other one's up at Dundas and Spadina, which I didn't point out. So what I think I'm gonna do is try to get some dinner at the well. And I'll probably set up and record that live stream. There's a big empty parking lot here on the right. It looks like they're finally building something here. It's only been, what, a few decades? And all this construction at this intersection is due to a future Ontario Line station. Work is well underway.
We'll go across Dundas.
This is Queen Anne Spadina. And what many will tell you, it is the sketchiest McDonald's in the city just on the right. There's usually a million Uber Eats guys hanging out on the corner here.
They do it all the time, but we already know him.
There's another neat view of the tower. I was gonna walk there, but that woman just kind of wandered in front of me and right into the street. Oh, it looks like someone was rear-ended. Yeah, I just take that thing to a collision reporting center. Make sure you get their insurance info. Now we're in the historic garment or fashion district. Brown's Chicken over there. And a view to the north. I don't know how late the stores are open at the well, or if the food hall will be open this late. I assume it will be. I think maybe the retail shops will have closed. Guess we'll find out. Interesting store.
It's worse. It's worse.
Yeah, I was just chucking his glasses at the wall. And this is King Street West. It'll be pretty lively in a few hours along King Street. Gotta run to catch that streetcar. Urban snack bar. There's a lot of nightlife venues just off in that direction. There's a Spirit Halloween over where LCBO used to be. I think they were in that location this time last year as well. There's a plot of land just awaiting a massive redevelopment.
So true.
I was always like, yeah, I'm not getting scammed.
You have to try.
Look at that nice clear shot of the tower.
Exactly.
Oh, I love gas.
And there is the well, right at Wellington Street.
Light the fair.
This was under construction from 2017 to 2023. I think there's about 7 buildings in total, the tallest being 46 stories. One of them is an office tower. And the rest are residential. There's kind of a weather-sheltered retail space inside. It's not quite a shopping mall in the traditional sense. You'll see what I mean by that in a moment, if you haven't already seen there. But it's got a big 70,000 square foot food hall, they call it. The Index Exchange, Shopify. Some heavy hitters in this building. This is where the Globe and Mail used to be. And the famous Toyota on Front Street location. There's 2 floors of shops, or rather 3 floors. There's one above this one and one below. It looks like Adidas might be closed. I don't see anyone in there. I believe the food hall is downstairs. There's an escalator to it. I've never been that way. This is new territory for me. Yeah, the music's playing. I'm gonna... All right, so my recording cut out when I was on the escalator, and I didn't notice until I was ready to sign off for the video, and I noticed the camera wasn't recording, so I went and played back my last clip on the camera, and apparently that's where it cut out. There's a Muji over there, that's new. I'll have to come back and explore the well in the daytime at one point. And I walked around the whole food court, not even realizing I wasn't recording. So maybe I'll save that for the next video. There's a Szechuan Pier Bar. It's quite nice in here. And I think I'm gonna try that Jaffa Dog. If it's still open. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anyways, I've already done this last part of the video, so thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!